Now on CoastTV News.
Flags at half-staff in a community that just cannot understand after the senseless shooting of a Delaware State police officer. Tech upgrade, the Ocean City Police Department charging into the future in 2026. And high prices and job jitters, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the economy as we head into the new year.
We're going to have a very cloudy Christmas, and then after that, we'll be watching out for wintry weather, paying us a visit throughout the Northeast.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
We now know the name of the Delaware State Trooper that was shot and killed Tuesday at a Wilmington DMV. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. We begin tonight with the latest updates on this tragic story. According to state police, the victim of this horrible shooting is Corporal Grade 1 Matthew Tyler Snook. This is his picture here. And here is what we know about Trooper Snook. He was 34 years old from Hockessin, Delaware, a 10-year veteran of the Delaware State Police, a native of the First State. Snook was a graduate of St. Mark's High School and a University of Marylander who was a wrestling team member. He is survived by his wife and their 1-year-old daughter. To the very end, Trooper Snook was a hero. Listen to the details of what happened according to police around 2:30 Tuesday on Hessler Boulevard in Wilmington. An armed man, 44-year-old, he approached Snook. Snook was working overtime at the reception desk in the DMV. Officials say the man pulled out a gun and shot Snook, but in an act of courage, the trooper pushed a DMV employee out of harm's way as the gunman opened fire and shot him a second time. Sometime after that, a Newcastle County police officer arrived on the scene, confronted the suspect, and shot him. Both the gunman and trooper were taken to the hospital, but both men died. On Tuesday, in the wake of this deadly day for Delaware, Governor Matt Meyer had this to say.
What happened today was an act of pure evil. And if not for the heroism of several troopers and other officers, the consequences could have been so much worse.
Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is in our newsroom. Brandon, the emotional toll of this shooting still reverberating across the state, and the raw feelings only highlighted and heightened by the holidays.
Broken, stunned, and sad. Those were just a few of the words we heard repeated today as people reacted to the death of Delaware State Trooper Matthew Tyler Snook. For one Millsboro police sergeant, he understands that tragedies like this one can happen, but it will never be easy to handle.
It's a lot of the different emotions that come from it. It could cycle through anger, sadness, especially being as close to the holidays. It's difficult for everybody.
There are arrangements being made right now to honor Matthew Tyler Snook in Georgetown. At 6 p.m. this Sunday, there will be a candlelight vigil organized by Mayor Bill West and Senator Brian Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn tells us that the circle will be closed to car traffic when this vigil is happening. Charlie, back to you.
Heading down to Ocean City now, where the police say a lot of the department's current technology is failing. But help is on the way. A wide-ranging tech overhaul is in the works. According to Police Chief Raymond Austin, the town has approved major tech upgrades. That includes the use of artificial intelligence. The plan also includes new tasers with longer range, updated in-car and body cameras, a drone detection system, and a real-time crime center. Homeowner Frank Howard says the police department gives him a peace of mind.
It's one of the reasons why we like it down here. We feel it's pretty safe, but, it can always be better.
Ocean City leaders say the total cost is nearly $5 million over 5 years. The technology is expected to go live in early 2026. Let's take a live look outside right now as we get ready to check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, here on Christmas Eve.
Well, right now we're still feeling a bit of a cool and a chill in the air, but to be quite honest, looks like Christmas is going to be cloudy. Probably that's primarily it, and then we're going to watch out for wintry weather the day after Christmas. That's where it might get a little for us. But right now in Dover, for example, we're at 46 degrees, comfortable, not overly cold, but still a little bit of a chill in the air. We'll drop to 35 by 9 o'clock with increasing cloud cover throughout the overnight period. We're at 45 in Rehoboth right now, 44 in Lewis, as well as Indian River Inlet, 47 degrees in Seaford, Georgetown, as well as Laurel. Now, as you take a look at what's happening overall, we're looking relatively quiet. Now, I'm going to pull out a little bit farther to kind of show you something. All this blue you see here, that's actually a winter storm watch that's kicking in for Friday. This is for Friday. This is for Friday. We do have a chance of a little bit of this because we're on the tail end of it, on the outside of it. And we may catch a brief, it's not all that great. But we will have a chance of some mixed precipitation on the neck of the woods for Friday going into Saturday. But we're barely going to be within that range where it could possibly happen. Here's our expectations for the rest of the night. Temperatures in the 30s and cloud cover staying plenteous. Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. DART has announced its holiday operations schedule on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. DART says it'll operate normally, but Christmas and New Year's Day, DART services will not run statewide, so be aware. The Delaware Office of Highway Safety is bringing back the Sober Rides program for New Year's Eve. The Don't Drop the Ball campaign means you can get a $20 voucher for Lyft and Uber. The vouchers are redeemable from 5 p.m. on New Year's Eve to 3 a.m. on New Year's Day. Delawareans can visit mysoberrides.com to get those vouchers. Inflation is cooling, consumers are spending, and the economy is expanding at its fastest pace in 2 years. 2025 looks to be an ending on an economic high, the S&P 500 even closing at a record high on Tuesday. But that growing growth lauded by Wall Street isn't extending to everybody on Main Street. As Amanda Sassone shows us, a lot of people are feeling the high prices more than the high GDP.
The U.S. economy is finishing out the year with a bang.
It's a fantastic report, 4.3%. It's just about as good as GDP numbers get.
An initial reading of the third quarter U.S. gross domestic product providing a bird's eye view of a strong economy, with cooling inflation and robust consumer spending, despite ongoing fears of a potential downturn.
2025 was yet another year where the economy defied doom and gloom expectations.
But zooming in, that merry and bright sentiment isn't being felt by everyone, everywhere.
The economy is very unequal right now. We have upper income households faring a lot better. It really is sort of a case of the haves and have-nots.
While inflation, or the rate of price increases, may be slowing, Bankrate's Ted Rossman says the actual costs of goods and services are still higher than many feel they can afford.
People feel like they're spending more, but they don't really feel like they're getting more. So even if you're working, even if you get a raise, you just feel like that's being gobbled up by higher prices.
A softening labor market, according to Bank of America senior U.S. economist Aditya Bave, is also creating anxiety. The unemployment rate hitting a 4-year high in November.
In the last report, it actually ticked up over 4.5%. And that's been accompanied by a big slowdown in job growth.
Going into the new year, the forecast is murky. While economists are optimistic about overall growth, a rising unemployment rate could dampen that economic boom. In Washington, I'm Amanda Sansoni.
We're expecting overcast conditions for Christmas, but then a wintry mix the day after. We'll talk about the timing of all this and how it will affect us.
But first, holiday drama. The professionals tell us the best way to protect your calm when that family gathering gets a little off the rails. That's up next.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
It's Christmas Eve, so I thought this story might be a little helpful for everybody. From an unresolved argument with a relative to the great aunt who asks, when you getting married, having a baby? The holidays can be both joyous and a little nerve-wracking. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither talks to a clinical psychologist about how to avoid holiday drama this year.
It's time for family, being together, spreading good cheer. But you can love someone and also butt heads.
We're living in incredibly stressful times, and family dynamics are not immune to that.
Clinical psychologist Adam Borland with Cleveland Clinic says the holidays can be wonderful, but can also bring a tremendous amount of potential stress, anxiety, and fear of falling back into old habits. There can be differing views, divisions across the political spectrum, that annoying relative, or an unresolved argument. So even when it's cold outside, all those mixed feelings can leave things a little heated.
It's important to go in with a toolbox in terms of how to manage these potential situations. I think you want to first off begin by planning ahead.
That means deciding which topics are on and off limits. Borland says that may require maintaining boundaries and displaying assertiveness, so be prepared. Next, remember you can't control the behaviors of other family members, only your responses to certain situations. And be aware of your triggers. It's okay to demand a subject change.
I can do my best, and if things get to a point where I don't feel comfortable, it's okay to walk away as well.
And finally, Borland says to buddy up with a relative who's more level-headed or calming, someone who will allow you to enjoy your holiday.
Let's focus on the good things rather than, that family member that knows how to press your buttons, and really focus on why are we all together.
For Health Minute, I'm Andy Gaither.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. And money can add to that holiday stress, so we want to know, how much did you spend on holiday shopping this year compared to last year? Let's take a look at the results. 37% say less than usual, 44% say the usual amount, and 19% actually say they spent a little bit more. You can go vote in this poll right now on CoastTV.com, or you can leave us a message there. You can also use our mobile app, and we will show you updated results on Coast TV News at 6. A quick reminder, our holiday special, A Del Marvelous Christmas, it airs at 11 o'clock tonight and 6 p.m. on Christmas Day. It is a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss it. And coming up next, Paul Williams in the Coast TV First Alert Weather Center. He has your full forecast after this.
We're relatively clear for now, but the cloud cover is going to build in for the rest of the evening, and we're going to be a bit cloudy for Christmas. And then after Christmas, we are going to be concerned about a wintry mix trying to get a little closer to our neck of the woods. I'll show you what I'm tracking in a moment. So first and foremost, in Lewis right now, we're holding at 45 degrees. The winds right now pushing gently out of the north at about 4 miles per hour. By the way, Merry Christmas and happy Kwanzaa to everybody, by the way. We're looking at 38 degrees by 8 o'clock with increasing cloud cover starting to kick in as early as 8 o'clock tonight for the folks living in the Lewis area. Now, we're going to see temperatures right now in the 40s. We're at like 48, for example, in Redden, but we're down to 43 in Long Neck. So kind of depending on where you are for right now, we're holding at 47 steady degrees in Seaford as well as Georgetown. But keep in mind, we are warmer in most locations with the exception of Ocean City. We're like 3 to 4 degrees warmer, so we're still trending warmer for Christmas. It's going to be cloudy, not going to feel a whole lot like Christmas, but still enjoy your family time, right? We do have a lingering small craft advisory for Ocean City down towards Chincoteague, meaning that we're watching out for like 20 to 25 mile per hour winds there, and over on the other side as well for the folks in Deer Island as well as all the way up towards Cambridge. So watching for it to continue to stay blustery at least until 7 o'clock in the morning. As I widen the scope here, keep in mind that we do have a winter storm watch, not advisory, a storm watch. Now it's mainly for Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Jersey. But since we're in the general vicinity, we've got to keep a close eye on that, see if it tries to lean its way a little towards us. You see the winds are pouring out of the north for right now. And by the time we get to Thursday, we're looking for a direct push directly out of the north, with the winds picking up momentum at about 25 to 27 miles per hour. Don't be surprised if we're placed back under a small craft advisory as a result of the winds. But along the coast for Christmas, we're going to stay cloudy everywhere. Temperatures near the 50-degree mark, if not right on 50, slightly below, with the winds out of the south and the southwest. So it's cloudy for Christmas, high of 50 degrees, for example, in Georgetown. We'll ranch it up to 50 degrees for Cambridge with winds out of the southwest between 6 to 14 miles per hour, and 49 for the high in Salisbury, Pocomoke City, and Snow Hill. Our chances of precipitation, mainly rain, slight for us on Thursday, really more elevated for us on Friday, and that's where we kind of zero in on what we have as a possibility. You see, Thursday we're cloudy in the morning and the afternoon. You already know that. We've gone over it. Friday we start off and 29. And then we start seeing a hint of frozen precipitation paying us a visit before everything changes over to rain. So that's why we got to kind of track that. So for example, Chincoteague and Assateague, we're looking for mainly rain, both of those locations, hands down. And we are looking for a chance of rain for Ocean City and Fenwick Island. But as we go up here towards, let's say, Lewis and Rehoboth, that's where we could see it change over to at least a brief mix for a short period of time. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. After we get past the holidays, next week is going to be really cold after Monday's rain.
Well, thank you, Paul. We appreciate it. Now to Powerball, and wouldn't $1.7 billion be a real nice Christmas gift for you and yours? Well, that is what is on the line tonight. It's the fourth largest jackpot on record. It comes after 46 consecutive draws without somebody claiming to have all 6 numbers. The last contest with a jackpot winner was on September 6th. Lottery officials made the odds tougher in 2015, and the reason was it's a mechanism for snowballing jackpots, all the while making it easier to win smaller prizes. Coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night at 8:30, Stephen Decatur taking on Smyrna in boys basketball, then catch Outdoors Delmarva at 10:30.
We salute Marshall Kraft. Chief Marshall Kraft began his career with the Delaware State Police in 1989 and has ascended through the ranks to become the police chief of Seaford, Delaware. His journey includes distinguished service in various roles from patrol officer to deputy director before his promotion to captain and eventually chief. Prior to law enforcement, he honorably served 4 years in the United States Navy. Chief Kraft is deeply committed to his community in Seaford, where he lives with his wife and 2 children and volunteers as a wrestling coach. We salute Chief Kraft for his dedicated service and leadership.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
With Christmas time comes our Bless Our Children campaign, and that's where we make sure every child has a present to open Christmas morning. We do that through donations from viewers like you, who then send in these lovely cards to fill up the trees in our newsroom. I have a card here with some cardinals. This is from Anita Jackson in Seaford. Thank you so much, Anita, for your donation. Businesses can help by accepting the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000. And if you want to help, send a donation in a holiday card, and we may just read it on the air. Send a check or money order to the address on your screen or donate online at blessourchildren.org.
And here on Christmas Eve, we've already raised nearly $335,000 to help children and families this holiday season. Again, thank you to all who have donated. And time to showcase how you're decorating your home this holiday season. This is the Ride Vickies. Take a look at this incredible tree on display. I just love what you've done with it. It looks like an awful lot of work went into that tree, and I think there are some presents that are just about ready to be open underneath the tree. Now, if you would like your festive decorations to be shared on our broadcast, take a look at your screen. Send in your pictures by sending them to coasttv.com/holidayhouse. We'd love to see them. Coming up new on Coast TV News at 6, more reaction and the latest updates to the Delaware State Trooper shot and killed in Wilmington on Tuesday.
Taking a look in Milford at this present time, we're starting to see a very picturesque view of what's happening with the horizon, but a temperature of 42 degrees currently for us. And we're going to drop to about 38 by 8 o'clock with the cloud cover starting to kind of creep in by that time period. And once the clouds arrive, they're here to stay, by the way. Small craft advisory still active from Ocean City down to Chincoteague, as well as over on the Chesapeake Bay side. Still, and don't be surprised if we're all added to this and possibly even a gale wind watch or warning by the time we get to Friday. We do have to our north an active winter storm watch, which will kick in Friday going into Saturday, which is what I was really referring to. Ken Koch of Lewis, congratulations, you're our umbrella winner, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast. We keep it updated for you 24 hours a day, your weather line. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Brugstead, Mandalis, and Federico. Take a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Christmas will be cloudy. The first day of Kwanzaa will be cold, and then after that we'll stair-step up a little bit more over the weekend and then get cold again next Tuesday just before the new year.
Well, thank you, Paul, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Inside Edition is next, and we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.